Now, I want to be clear, you are absolutely not ugly. I don't think there's one person in this world that is ugly, but I did want to get your attention because there's some pretty serious things in this video that no one usually talks about that women do to look more attractive, and in turn, they look worse. Now, obviously, this is just my opinion. Many of you are going to disagree with a lot of this, and that's okay. You can listen to yourself, you can listen to your doctor. Truly, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna start off with a bang and really ruffle some feathers. So the first thing that could quite literally ruin your face more in the future, actually, is Botox. And I'm gonna talk about some stuff that no one ever mentions. What I have said in the past though is I don't ever want Botox because it is a neurotoxin. I just don't feel comfortable injecting that into my face or my body. That's just me. Everyone's different. But what no one really talks about is the fact that the recommended usage for Botox is only 2 years, and most people far exceed that. And yes, there are studies out there saying it's safe even for long-term use, but I'm just seeing more and more people come out with their stories saying that Botox has actually caused permanent muscle atrophy. Now, when you get Botox, it does paralyze the muscles in your face, which is what you want so that you don't have wrinkles. However, when you do it over and over and over again, the muscles start to quite literally wither away. And then it causes other muscles in your face to have to overcompensate and work harder. And then those muscles get built up. That can cause your face to no longer have symmetry. And then you get more Botox to kind of fix that or correct that. And then it's just a cascading, spiraling effect. And just keep in mind, there are actual studies out there, I'll insert it right here, where it shows if you keep getting Botox injections in the same spot, it can cause permanent chemical denervation, which is basically the muscle has died. There's no blood supply, there's no nerve signals anymore, and it can ruin your face. So anyways, I know people are gonna argue with me. They're gonna say these cases are few and far between, but I think that Botox in the big scheme of things is such a new thing, and everyone's just getting it like candy, and we're not really realizing the potential consequences. So throughout this video, I am going to be sharing different things for you to do instead. So instead of getting Botox, you could try Japanese face taping. This 1000% works. I actually did an experiment with facial tape a few years ago, and I was so shocked. And this Japanese version is so much better. Like, this tape is way better shaped. It sticks to your face, and you do it overnight. Anywhere on your face, you just put it anywhere on your face, you have wrinkles. And it kind of restricts the muscle movements while you're sleeping, and it smooths out the wrinkles and the lines on your face. When you wake up, you're way smoother, but you still have muscle movement, and you just do it every night, and it just gets better and better and better. The next thing is actually something that you might not be doing that is negatively affecting the way you look, and that is lymphatic drainage in your face. What's interesting is people just don't even know what they could look like if they would actually just address the issue. So we have a lot of lymph nodes right here. There's like puffiness and just like toxins and bad stuff that just, when we wake up especially, you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm like really puffy. And then throughout the day, it slowly starts to go away. But in a lot of people, it never fully does go away. That's where I wanted to mention, this is actually my own brand, Third Layer. A lot of you know this. A lot of you maybe have never watched my videos. You don't know of my own brand, but this is mainly a castor oil product, which castor oil is so good at just like full body detox. I actually added frankincense to it, magnesium, and hibiscus extract. So it's great for inflammation. Frankincense is so good for your skin. This is literally, like people say, it's nature's Botox. Castor oil is, I mean, it's so good for fine lines and wrinkles. So it's great for your face. But the thing is, like, what I'm really getting at is, if you put this on your skin every night before bed, it drains the puffiness in your face. Like, it works so well. This is truly the only skincare that I use on my face. I don't use anything else. I put a thin layer of this on my face at night before bed. I also love it down my neck. Again, it's so good internally just for detox, but again, you'll wake up and you will look so much better. Now, obviously, if you want to take this a step further and use an actual gua sha tool on your face in the morning, here's a diagram of the different directions and motions you would use on your face. It, again, oh my gosh, it makes such an instant difference in your appearance. But that does lead me to number 3, which is the fact that toxic chemical perfumes, which most people wear and use every day, is causing premature aging of our chest, our neck, and even our face. There's absolutely no doubt that chemical fragrances cause free radical damage. And again, we're spraying it everywhere here. So if your neck or your chest or your face often looks like this, it's micro-inflammation underneath the skin surfaces. causes. It also really breaks down collagen. There's alcohol in these as well, which causes skin dehydration. Again, that's going to contribute to wrinkles. They contain solvents, preservatives, phthalates. They disrupt our hormones. I mean, all of this is not new information, yet it's become so normalized. And that is why I'm just so passionate about this day spray. So this is what I created to replace toxic perfumes. It's a functional fragrance, meaning it actually is good for you. There's only 7 pure, clean, real ingredients in this, although it is a dry oil. So it's different than a normal perfume. You actually have to spray it directly on your skin. It could be your wrist, your chest, your neck, your legs, anywhere. It absorbs quickly, it's not greasy, and it energizes you. It also helps to detox you. If you wanna use this multiple times a day, that's great, but it smells so glorious. Oh my gosh, it smells like a mix of sandalwood and vanilla. It's a little musky and earthy, but slightly sweet. So sometimes guys actually really like to use this, but I definitely feel like it leans a little bit more feminine. Now, I promise you, I had no initial intent of talking about third layer in this video. It's just as I was writing out my points, like these products really fix a lot of problems. At some point, I will be making a whole video about 50 ways to use castor oil. You can use this on your belly at night. It helps with constipation and digestion. You can rub this on the bottoms of your feet before bed, and the magnesium and the castor oil really help to put you to sleep faster and deeper. I mean, you can put this on any body part that has pain and inflammation. I mean, truly, castor oil, it just needs to be like just shouted from the rooftops. If you want to try one or the other of these products, or even the bundle you save the most money. I will have it linked down below. You can also use my code. My promo code SHAVE15 is still active. At some point that is gonna go away, but you can use that code at checkout and save 15%. Now, another thing you might be doing that is very negatively affecting your face is actually mouth breathing. A lot of people don't know this, but we are meant to breathe through our nose at night, not our mouth. If you're breathing through your mouth, you're not getting as much oxygen as you should be. So that's just bad for our brains long term. That's completely different. But it's also altering your face. Over time, your chin and your jaw starts to be recessed. And so anybody that breathes through their mouth, they actually look different than what they could look like. If you start to use mouth tape at night, that forces your mouth to be closed. And it's not as scary as you might think. I will link the one I have down below. It's completely mesh, so it's breathable. Like if you want to breathe through your mouth, you totally can. You're not going to suffocate. But it does kind of encourage you to breathe through your nose. And then over time, your jaw actually starts to move into the correct position, and then your jawline is more defined. But if you just really hate mouth tape, which I do encourage you to just try it for at least a week, I really think you'll get used to it. It won't seem bad. You'll sleep deeper and longer, and I think you'll really like it. But if you want to try something different, there's also a chin strap. And so that also sounds kind of crazy, but this is what it looks like. It's really stretchy, and you just stretch it over your chin and up around your head, and you Velcro it, and you can make it looser, you can make it tighter, but it just encourages your mouth to be closed. And again, that will cause you to want to breathe through your nose instead. But I think you will notice that when you take off the strap in the morning, your chin will actually be more lifted and defined. Okay, next I'm getting into some just really superficial things. And I'm sorry, I don't want to come across mean, but these are things that women do to look better, and it really is making them look worse. And I want to start with matte foundation, okay? Don't get me wrong. There is a time and a place for matte foundation. Like for me, I'm very oily. So when I use a matte foundation, it causes me to just look normal. But people that have normal to dry skin, it makes them look cakey and not good. And then this is where the light bulb moment went on for me yesterday. So shout out to Wayne Goss. He is a big makeup YouTuber. I also follow him on Instagram, and he pointed something out that like, I don't think I ever put 2 and 2 together, but I feel like you need to hear this. Thank you, Wayne, for pointing this out. But there are so many women that wear matte foundation, and then they slick their bodies with oils, and like they just want their skin to be super, super dewy, but somehow their face doesn't match that. And he pointed out that you always see it on like the Real Housewives reunions. You'll see like slick legs, matte foundation. You see it with celebrities on the red carpet. It'll be like a matte face with like shiny bodies. Like I don't understand, but you see it in real life, but it's like this weird thing. So I guess I just wanted to say, try to make your face match your skin. It's another reason I love this so much, because it's a dry oil, so it doesn't leave a greasy sticky residue. It actually absorbs into your skin. It penetrates the 3 layers. That's why we named it third layer. A lot of people don't even realize that. Another makeup thing you might be doing, this is so fixable. This is so fixable, but it's one of those things where we're gonna look back and we're gonna be like, what the heck were we doing? Thankfully, like I used to do this, but I stopped. Maybe you're still doing it. But if you are still buying concealer that is intentionally 5 or 6 shades lighter than your skin tone, and then you're putting it on in like this big triangle, and you're just really brightening your under eye. I know it sounds good, it sounds glamorous, but it looks really not good. It doesn't look natural, it looks really fake, and I just think you should try for a week to stop. Sometimes our culture just gets so used to doing the same things that we become blind to things. And that has happened to me many times. And that leads me to my next point, which has to do with either eyebrows or eyelashes or even both. We all know that in 2010-ish, like that time frame, people would pluck their eyebrows so that they were super sparse and thin. And that was like really cool. But now looking back on that, that's really bad. If you're still doing that, don't do that. And then it kind of went the other direction where we made our eyebrows really, really dark. Like here's a picture of me. My eyebrows are so filled in and dark, and it just really weighs down my face. But again, we become blind to it. We don't even realize we're doing it. And same with strip lashes or eyelash extensions. It became kind of popular, and there's still a lot of people that just get really heavy, thick eyelash extensions, or they're gluing on the strips, and that's just the only way they're used to seeing themselves, and they don't realize they would look so much better if they would just take a more natural approach. And then same with overly filled lips. Women hate to hear it, but that can also be ruining your face because people get lip filler over and over again because they're told that it goes away, but it really doesn't. And so they keep getting more and more. And then before they know it, they think they look normal, but they really don't. It starts to migrate to the outer edges. It creates a shelf. It can create almost like a mustache effect from the shadow. And I guess I would encourage anybody that has gotten lip filler for more than a few years to consider just dissolving it. And I'm not saying dissolve it and never do it again, but dissolve it, reevaluate, and then if you want more, kind of start fresh. Now, another thing that is actually ruining the skin on your face, and again, no one talks about this, but it's eating sugar. But I wanted to actually explain this because we all know sugar's not good for us, but maybe it would give us a little motivation sometimes to actually just say no to the brownies or the cookies or the cakes. And I'm talking about processed sugar here, not fruits. That's real sugar. I'm talking about processed sugar. It actually is called glycation when it comes to the skin. It actually ages us very, very fast. It accelerates aging on the skin. Here's a diagram showing it. So we have different layers to the skin, as I mentioned, right? So there's the dermis layer that has elastin and collagen. And in younger people, that's fully intact, and it causes the surface of our skin to be very smooth and youthful. But the more sugar we eat, it actually breaks up that dermis and elastin and collagen. It weakens the collagen, and it causes our skin to be really textured, saggy, wrinkled. And here's just a picture of like the skin that I'm talking about. Obviously, this is a little exaggerated. This is a much older woman, but I feel like seeing a visual kind of helps us to understand that yes, sugar is really bad for diseases and just our health in general, but it also very negatively affects the way that we look. But then if you are somebody with acne or rosacea or any skin inflammation, just cutting down on processed sugar will pretty quickly improve that. But if you do end up ordering the night oil, just humor me and try putting it on your skin at night before bed, because guys, the castor oil is antibacterial and antifungal. So if you have acne, it really helps with that. Also rosacea. Rosacea is a big one because of the frankincense and the hibiscus extract in this. It really tames down rosacea. It also helps with any skin discoloration or sunspots or any pigmentation. This next one is absolutely crazy. People don't want to hear it. No one talks about it. But if you don't exercise, you are going to look 9 years older than what you actually should look like. I can link some studies down below, but there are studies proving that when somebody regularly exercises, they have longer telomeres on their chromosomes, okay? And so when you have a longer telomere, that means you look younger and you feel younger. The shorter they are, the older you look and the older you feel. So young people have really long telomeres, older people have really short ones. So the longer you can go in your life with long telomeres, you're going to look and feel younger. And so people that regularly exercise literally look 9 years younger than they are. I hope you found this video a little interesting and thought-provoking. Please don't hate me, but if you do want to try any of my third layer products or even the bundle deal, I will have it linked down below. And don't forget to use my promo code though. It's Shay15 for 15% off site-wide. And then maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already. I would love to see you in my next one. Bye.